Have you ever used AI and found the answer right on fact, but missing tone, nuance, or behaving weirdly? So what we could fix that by choosing to train, how to train it by base model training, fine tuning, or RLHF. So what? So basically, what they are and when to use and trade off for product manager or AI. So base model training is you've been put the data pipeline, you train in a loop, you lost the function and iteration until conversion, and you get the result. So what base model pre-training? We are training on massive general text corpus, self-supervised. So a lot of text there. Build on broad language understanding, syntax, and semantics. A very high compute cost, a lot of data computation cost. Law data requirement, example GPT, ChatGPT example, but law language model, pre-trained on the web text, foundation model before specialization. So you basically, we fine tuning, pre-train the model, smaller data set, adjust the weight, and task-specific performance. So then what is fine tuning then? You start from a base model, train on the task-specific label data. So somebody have to annotate the data. So annotation, basically somebody have to label this data. Okay, this is something, this is something, this is something, annotate data. For example, I can put this in the description. A much smaller data set, lower compute versus pre-training. Specialized for use case tone, domain format. Example, you have some legal question Q&A, Meta Assistant, customer support. There are another AI website called hobby.ai. I found from somebody, another friend in the community. It's on legal purpose. RLHF model, basically it's just a model plus human feedback reward, reinforced learning, and alignment. So what RLHF stand for? So basically reinforced learning from human feedback. So some you feedback is correct. Collect human preference ranking output. Train a rewarding model to score output. Use reinforcement learning to maximize reward. Improving helpful tone safety alignment, and use ChatGPT loaded to make them user friendly. So I have an example here. I can show you. NVIDIA have this called reinforcement learning with reward. You can read them yourself. So basically another way of deep learning. You do one iteration, you do another iteration. It's a continuous learning solution, finding the solution. Same thing, you train somebody to ride a bicycle. It's a way of reinforced learning, trial and error until you learn, oh, you're not going to fly anymore. And same thing you hear, and you go, okay, this is step one, step two, okay, this is not right, learn again. So, and this is NVIDIA have one, I can put the link to the chat. Google DeepMind, remember AlphaGo, the one the guy playing chess, the computer version chess layer, just reinforced learning. It's another method of reinforced learning. And so we need this comparison table. So for trade-off, base training is expensive. General purpose foundation. Fine tuning, cheaper. Basically, you just need to do specific domain specific risk of overfitting. Reinforced learning with human factor. Basically human feedback. Align the behavior. You have human sub-reference. Often combine base. So people tend to combine the base training, tune some of the data, reinforcement for best result. So when to use which? Need broad language understanding, and you need a broad, basically law data set, then use base model. Need domain specific output, then you fine tune the data. Need helpful for liveness and safety, then you need to reinforce learning, make sure you correctly. Consider cost, data availability, risk. You can afford them. For now, I don't have the money to afford them. And the data, there's a lot of data available. The data set already exists. or you can outsource some of your labeling. I think like a couple company called Scale AI does that. And then other companies, startup coming out, also doing the same thing because Scale AI is bought by Facebook, basically Meta. So now a lot of companies, they don't want to use Scale AI because it's complicated model. So quick example, prompt, exam quantum physics to 5 years old. Base model is very generic explanation. Fine-tune the model, more kids-friendly, use analogy. Reinforcement learning with human feedback model, use friendly tone, safe, clear, aligned with user expectation. So the key takeaway, the base is your foundation. Fine-tuning, you need to specialize in, okay, legal related, regulation related, you lawyer specific, or real estate specific, medical specific, anything you need assisting on for your company or job or need on. Reinforce learning feedback aligned with human reference. So basically you feedback the model. Okay, you want some reference to be some way. PM action. So product manager action, decide a goal. What my goal? Check the data and choose a method. So I want to build something, new feature, a new function, which, okay, do we have data? Then you choose a method to do. Combine techniques. So you combine all three, you get the best result. What's your judging point? So this all for day A. I will post this description in the description box in this slide, or I can let me see. I can post this slide online and post the link to NVIDIA and some detail. So follow me for continuous learning together. That's all for day 8.